Okay, we're good to go now. Okay, so welcome to March Madness. We are 4 days into the month. You guys are killing it. I am so excited. We're on track as a team to do like $1.6 million in sales in wholesale, not even retail sales this month, so well over $2 million as a team. Lots of people are tracking to either maintain or promote this month, which is huge, right? Like super, super exciting. So I hope that you guys are enjoying the March Madness group. Of course, I wanted to throw in some teasers tonight about what types of prizes you can expect. I'm pretty excited about them. No, you're fine. You're totally fine. First and foremost, I just want to make sure that if anyone has already gotten a bingo, which I don't believe anybody has, make sure that you let me know. So the first week drawing will be done on March the 8th. So 7 days in, we'll do the drawing on the 8th. And that's going to be super exciting. So this group is actually going to consist of 6 different prizes. Okay, so some of the prizes are smaller, but then the grand prize is freaking awesome. And I'm really, really excited about it. So just a little teaser. First, I want to discuss a little bit about convention. So if you're in this group, it shows that you are committed to your business. You're ready to level up. If you guys do not yet have your convention ticket, please, please, please grab that. You guys, convention is a non-negotiable. You're going to get sick of hearing us talk about it. It's because I believe in it that much. I've only ever missed one convention since starting this business. It's because I was brand new and I honestly didn't know any better. I already had a wedding party booked at the salon. I was just a few months into the business and I had FOMO the entire time. I heard somebody say at the Black Status Retreat that she missed the first convention and she still has PTSD because of it. It was so hard watching everybody, like all the products that they were getting and all that sort of thing. So you guys want to make sure that you're there. Just find a way, whether you come to the Americas convention or you go to the European convention, whatever that might look like for you, just find a way to get there. So we have until March 15th. We're still working on selling our 100 packs so that we can get, you know, some really special upgrades for our group. Potential to earn a hotel stay, some VIP seating, things like that. But more than anything, we really just want to get as many of you guys to convention as possible. So if you have not yet checked off that box on your bingo card, let's make it a priority to do that now. Sooner than later, okay? So I want to discuss a few of the things on this card. I think most of them are pretty self-explanatory, but really just how to maximize your month. Because you guys, this is my my fourth March in this business, and March always freaking rocks. It's just always rocks. We actually did the Flawless 4 last March. If you guys were here for that, many of you know it was incredible. It always is an incredible month when we launch the Flawless 4 as a bundle. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions. Why in the world do we have a Flawless 4 and a new stick foundation launched at the same time? Maybe you guys are a little bit confused about that. Maybe you're wondering why corporate did not provide us the opportunity to swap out that foundation and be able to let our customers choose. Well, for a long time now, many of us have been screaming from the rooftops, simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. We want to keep things as simple as possible. The Kudos has always worked. It will always work because people will always love our liquid foundation. And I want to ask you guys something. How often do you go into a store at springtime and see bathing suits on sale or on clearance? It never happens. So it's very rare that you're going to see a product launch on sale. So although we are so excited about that stick foundation, we see the value in it at full price. Of course, there is a way to get it at a discount by adding it to your Kudos. So the other question is, a lot of the colors are out of stock right now, but they are coming back this month. I'm not 100% sure on the back order situation the last I checked, but what I've been doing is just grabbing those pre-orders. So I'll go ahead and invoice my customers, let them know that it will be back this month and that I will order it as soon as possible. And as soon as we know when that's going to be available, you better believe I'm going to be on my computer ordering those products, because if you want to get something, you better get up early, you better show up, just like Black Friday, if you guys were around then, if you set your alarms, you were going to get those bundles. If you waited, you didn't get them. It's just the way it works. Okay, so that's just regarding that. So Kudos has been planned. It's been a long time in the running. Corporate knows that it works, and why not just complement a great month? So what I've been doing as far as my live video today, I just educated my audience. I taught them about what types of foundation work with what type of skin, right? So although the stick foundation really can work for pretty much anyone, if we have super oily customers, they're not gonna love it as much as a dry skin person would. So oily customers can still use it. They're just really gonna want to make sure they set with a powder or a setting product or something like that. And it's gonna give them that full coverage, but not everybody loves the full coverage look, and many people don't love it all the time. So you're still gonna have a lot of customers that really, really love that Flawless 4. And I can tell you this, I'm all about the upsell. I truly believe that one product will lead to the next, will lead to the next, will lead to the next. So what I love about this month is we're focusing on the core products. Core products let people fall in love with what we're offering, and then that leads them into loving other products, because once you build trust with a core product, guess what? They're much more likely to come back for an eyeshadow or a lipstick or maybe even skincare. So another thing I'm discussing in my lives that I would recommend that you guys, you don't want to overwhelm your customer. That's why really the focus on this scorecard or on this bingo card is pretty specific regarding your lives. I think it's good to be topic specific on your lives, but don't forget to throw in and discuss a little bit about, for me personally, I have very dry skin. Because of Uology, my skin is now in a place that I can wear a liquid foundation when I never really could. So that's a testimonial that I can throw in while I'm talking about that core. So again, you want to get your customers to fall in love with some of these basic products, and these are the products that are residual. You guys, people are going to come back over and over because they will run out of foundation much more quickly than they're going to run out of eyeshadow and things like that. That's why months like this kill it. So follow up with all your customers. That's on here too. If you guys have customers from the past that have ever purchased this foundation, you better get in Messenger and talk to them about it, okay? This is gonna be huge for them. An opportunity to get it for a discount. So it is, yes, it's always a crime not to prime. Do you need a primer with a stick? Absolutely. So anytime that you use a primer, of course, it's gonna fill your fine lines, your pores, your wrinkles, and things like that so that your makeup doesn't. You don't want your makeup to settle into that, right? So the prime is just gonna make everything look a lot better. Again, you're getting back to the upsell. More often than not, your customers are gonna ask you, is it necessary? Yes, it is necessary. If they beg you to find a way to save them money, that's one thing. But you always wanna let them know that yes, this product is necessary. And if our biggest goal in sales is we want our customer satisfaction, right? We want our customers to love these products as much as we do. I can tell you from experience, I love these products because I have the products that complement our products, right? I have the right brushes to get the full effect of the foundation. I have the primer, I have the concealer to get that full face. So make sure that you're never doing yourself the disservice of not attempting to upsell. If you guys have never read the book Go for No, it's one of my personal favorites. Rhymes with GoPro, so it should be easy to remember. But it's just a sales perspective and talking about how we oftentimes get into our customers' heads and we assume that they're done buying when they've reached a number that maybe makes us uncomfortable. Okay, but the thing is people will spend a lot of money on products that make them feel good. It's just the way it works. You guys, I'm real cheap when it comes to clothing shopping, but if there's something that makes me feel good, you better believe I'm gonna buy it for my face, or I'm gonna do it for my hair, or whatever that might be. So don't assume that your customer doesn't have the money. In sales, the concept is really just to continue asking over and over again until they've gotten to a no. I heard this tip and it really, really worked well for me is, for instance, selling the stick foundation with the brush. It's a non-negotiable for me. The two just go together. I've only had one out of all the ones that have bought this month that said no. I think it was one or two that said absolutely no, I can't do the brush right now. Or they had a backup method that they were going to use or whatever. But, sorry, I got to grab a drink of water. But one tip that has worked really well is that if you have a customer that says, yeah, I want the foundation, yeah, I want, you know, the brush or whatever that is, then say, okay, I've got you down for the foundation and the brush. What else? So a lot of times we want to say, is there anything else you need? Well, I'm telling you guys, I talk about this all the time, tapping into what part of their brain, right? Like this is science, right? It's how we want our customers to think. So when you say what else, it tells them they need something else, right? When you say, is there anything else you need? Guess what they're going to think? I don't really need that, so no, I'm good. But when you say what else, they're like, oh, well, what else should I get? Do I need something else? Well, yeah, girl, if you want the best result, you need to grab the primer. It's going to make it last all day, and you'll get a lot more out of your foundations. You guys know that you'll use less product by using a primer, right? So by saying the sentence, what else, you're more likely to keep tacking on that sale. You know, I was eating breakfast today at First Watch with one of our new presenters who just signed up, and we were talking and going over the business, and I was kind of talking to her about the concept of, you know, how we ask, and, you know, what it's like when we know it's possible to get rejected, and how we can't take those things personally. The same as with sales as it is in sponsoring, and I'm going to get a little bit into that as well. But, you know, the waitress was walking by and she asked us if we wanted coffee, and we said no, just water with lemon, you know, and she just kept on about her way, and she asked every single table. I can guarantee she asked them all if they wanted coffee. So our job is just to keep on asking, right? So whether they want it or not is up to them. Our job is just to give them that excellent level of customer service. I'm going to catch up on some of these questions real quick. Lacey, yes, thank you for that wording. You guys copy that to your phone. That's really good wording. Thank you so much for sharing that. And that's the thing, you guys, a lot of times, like, people are worried about, like, how do I reach out to this person? What should I say? I don't want to sound spammy. But, you know, I appreciate, like, pretty much every time I've subscribed to an email or anything like that, like, they're going to let me know their specials each month. And there are a lot of us that aren't doing that for our customers, that we're not going in every month and reminding them. Like, how many of us had Black Friday beauty groups or beauty chat groups? Did you guys do that? Yeah. So I had like 50 people and spread out over, or I had like 50 people in 2 different groups. Like, and it would be so simple to just go in and start messaging those people again, because they wanted to know about your specials then. Why wouldn't they want to know about it now, right? So just make sure that you're following up with everybody, because it's not so much about what's in it for you, but I know I love a good sale. So just think about what's in it for them. Yeah, you changed the name of the chat. Awesome. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, just try to keep, you guys stay so organized this month. There is a lot going on. Text clubs, yes. Like the Remind app, you can do text with your customers too. Yes, private messages are where it's at. And I would even advise with those Black Friday groups to start doing those individually too. Especially since, you know, it's not like we have 9 days of deals. So you could very easily just start some private messenger conversations with the customers in there. So, okay, I think we've covered most for the sales. This should be the month, you guys. You guys should really kill some PRS this month. Like corporate, I heard Eric Worre say it on that video, like corporate is basically handed it to us on a silver platter. Like there's not a lot of companies out there that are going to provide the opportunity for success that they do for us month in and month out. Go back to your parties, post new kudos. Yes, absolutely. Make sure you're friend requesting people from those parties. Stephanie, I personally don't have a text club. I think Jamie was the one that said that. She could probably share, but I want to say I know Remind is an app. We have it through my kids' school. And then you just grab their phone number and they can sign up for text that way. Yeah. So you can probably kind of like Google that, and I'm sure you can learn a little bit more about that. Okay, cool. All right, so offering the opportunity to 50 people. I want to briefly go over this. I know the last Zoom you guys had said that you would love to see a Zoom specifically based on sponsoring. Before I keep going, I want to just invite you all to take a screenshot of your screen right now. Everybody smile. Screenshot and make sure that you post in our group. If you are in the group, make sure you let us know that you were on here. And don't forget to comment with your takeaway from tonight. So hopefully there's something that you can take away. Yes, so Jenna, with the Fab Four, I personally am. I have not run into that yet, though. I'm okay for now on the colors, but I was asked that question today. I personally would just tell them it's a pre-ordered bundle if they want to get the best price. But if they're in a hurry, I can absolutely break it up and kind of figure out something on a case-by-case basis. If you have Way, Cash, things like that, of course, you want to get that sale. You want to get the PRS, right? So it's not that long to wait. It's just a couple of weeks. So Rachel just posted Pathway to Pink. Awesome, cool. Okay, so offering the opportunity to 50 people, sponsoring 2 people is right next to that. Has anybody sponsored this month? Show of hands. Keep them up for a minute so I can, oh, we've got a lot of just faces and not, oh, see, now I don't trust you. If I see your face, you might not even actually be on this call. I'm not sure about that. I'm just kidding. I'm not even wearing a bra, so, you know, I'm just making sure I stay. Like, I get on here every time looking a hot mess, but it's just the way it is. You're here, yay. If you're here, say it in the chat. You got one this month, awesome, yes. Okay, cool. So offering the opportunity of 50 people. I kind of wrote in the group, like, how do you track that, right? Just keep it on a piece of paper, you guys. Print off your friends list if you haven't done that already. No bra there either, Denise. I love it. Print off your friends list and just really start going through that list. Olivia, is your hand up? Do you have a question? Oh, hand went back down. Okay, just want to make sure. Just got home. Oh, no, it was an accident. Okay, cool. All right, so as far as offering the opportunity, you guys, this is so simple. I've trained on this more times than I can count, but the less you say is better, okay? Let your people do the talking. Let them lead you in the direction that you should go. If you're new to this business, maybe you just started within the last few months, maybe just started last month. There were some of you guys in here that just started in February. This is the thing. We want you to duplicate. How do you duplicate? You use tools. Tools will always duplicate. You guys, I've been in this business almost 5 years, and I still use a tool to recruit. I do not explain the business to people. Why? Number one, they're not going to tell me how to run my business. This is the way that works for me. This is how I sponsor. So I use a tool. So if you are wanting to offer the opportunity, number one, that's the first step, right? The goal of this challenge board is to get you guys consistently doing things that are going to produce results over time. Now, the pace, that's really going to decide whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur. I personally believe I'm an entrepreneur. The way I look at things is I want to get into productivity, and I know to get into productivity, I need to move quickly. Slow and steady does not win the race here. So if this is challenging me to offer it to 50 people, but I don't yet have a team, I better start offering it to 50 people every day or every week or as often as I can, right? As often as I can sit down and take the time to really offer this business to people. Now, if you're the type of person, you've been offering the business, but you're not going anywhere with it, then it might be time to get a little bit of coaching, okay? We might want to discuss what you're saying and how you're saying it. But honestly, I keep it so simple. I try to base it on the situation, on the person, or the mood that I'm feeling that day. You want to be a genuine human, but offering the opportunity is so simple. The tool that I use is bizinfo.com. It's a website. It has a video on it, and it has frequently asked questions about the business. That's the tool I use pretty much every time. As a second exposure, I use Liz Medley's newest video. It is on goaldiggers.com, and it is an 18-minute true business overview that explains how to make money, exactly what we're doing. If they like the first video, then they're going to want to know more, and that video will explain more without you having to do it. Yes, thank you, Olivia, for sharing that. Yes, keep it smart and simple. I love that. So it's all about planting the seeds and then watering them, right? Following up. So just the same way you get sales is the same way you get presenters on your team. The only difference is the presenters are your true residual income, okay? you don't want to be selling all the time to make money. Of course, we're going to sell every month, but do you want to have to sell $10,000 a month to make, you know, $3,000 or $2,500 of income? No, it'd be a lot more fun to be able to sell $2,000 or $1,000 a month to start making that kind of income. So you need to build that team. So just start planting the seeds. And then, as I said, if those seeds are not coming to fruition over time, and it can take time, it takes people several exposures before really buying into an opportunity or even a product purchase, then maybe just reach out to your upline or me, or I mean, just whoever your upline elite is, and start kind of role playing and talking about the wording. Okay. So, I use systems and tools, and then I simply just follow up and I ask what they liked best if they got a chance to watch. Okay. So it's very, very simple. An 8th grader can do it, right? So we want to keep it that simple. Book 5 parties. Who has parties booked this month? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, so you just set up 2 today. 15 parties. Grace is on a friggin' roll. Goodness gracious, girlfriend. That is amazing. Okay, so if you guys are not in the October booking blitz, it's called Get Ready to Party Booking Blitz. It's old news, but it still freaking works. That was one of my best sales months of the year because I was booking a heck of a lot of parties that month. I was exhausted from it, and it was really freaking fun because it reminded me that parties work when you work, okay? Whenever anybody tells you that parties don't work anymore, it's because they probably did it once or twice and it didn't work at the time, so they started to believe it doesn't work anymore. Parties still work, but they work when you work, okay? So you got to work the party. You can't just get your hostess to sign up, post some selfies in there, and call it a day. You really got to make connections and build relationships through those parties, okay? Parties will lead to sponsoring and sales over time. It's very rare that your party is going to qualify, right? Because people need to see a product multiple times, a lot of times, before they're ready to buy in. Okay, so kudos. We've talked about the kudos. The question, a lot of people have asked, can the foundation stick, will it count if it's the upgrade within a kudos? Absolutely. That'll count for your 5 foundation sticks. One-eye mascara selfie. I wanted to cover this a little bit. I had this discussion last night with a teammate, and she might be on here. I don't know. But if you guys, number one, I want you to post a mascara selfie because I want you to get familiar and comfortable with posting selfies if you're not the type that has done that a lot. So it's definitely a great first step. But I will say this from a sales perspective, a lot of times other people's selfies sell my product. Like when it comes to mascara, if I don't have the most banging lashes, which I don't right now because I had lash extensions for a while, then I'll use like another person's picture. A lot of times our photos and our videos are the ones that are going to sell because people will believe us. Like they want to hear from us. They want to see our face. But from a marketing perspective, for some reason, when it comes to that mascara, I'm telling you guys, there are some girls out there that just have some killer lash selfies. So if you find one that just blows yours out of the water, use that one, and you can totally count that one too. But I do want you guys to get comfortable with using your own face and purchasing your own product tutorials and testimonials. Uh-oh, my daughter's coming. Hold on a minute. What, baby?
Okay.
Hold on. What?
Can I have some more pop?
You're going to have to ask Daddy, okay? Go ask Daddy and close that door. I'll be up in a little bit.
But he said no.
Oh, then you can't. If he already said no, then you can't ask me.
I would tell Mommy that she said yes.
No, I didn't say yes. She's rotten. See, she doesn't take no for an answer. Learn from Mia, y'all. Learn from Mia. Okay. Go with Daddy, baby. Love you. I'll be up soon. Okay. So you guys kind of get the vibe on the selfies. Okay. I feel like we're wrapping this up, and you guys really want to know what these prizes are, right? You want to know what these prizes are. But see how I did that? I'm not going to tell you in the beginning because I want you guys to stick around, okay? You got to plant these seeds. Plant the seeds. So booking the parties, selling the products, the Facebook Lives. I did want to discuss that because we are 4 days into the month. So if you look at your board, there's a total of 20 days of Facebook Lives. I did that strategically because I wanted to show you guys literally 5 days a week, Facebook Lives, take the weekend off if you want to, whatever that looks like for you. But if you want to stay on track and be able to truly like fill out this bingo board, you want to get on those Facebook Lives because you need 20 days in the month to be able to do them. You don't want to do more than one live in a day. It would just not be productive for your audience, okay? Yeah, just not all on the same square. Good, yes. And I definitely recommend spacing those out. So I had heard a speaker at GoPro, and she talked about once a week she does like the 1-2 punch. Like she really she plants the seeds all week, and then on Sunday night she talks about the opportunity every single week, which I thought was pretty brilliant. Because you don't want to be saying the same thing and being super redundant all the time. Yes, multiple exposures are going to eventually lead to a sale, but you want to create interest and be entertaining and, like bring value to your page. So you don't want to just sound like, a broken record necessarily. So if you are going to do those Facebook Lives, maybe do a product feature today, a wild card tomorrow where you're like cooking or whatever that might look like. Bring in the opportunity on the weekend or something like that. Personally, Facebook Lives in the evening work best for me, but they don't work best for my schedule. So a lot of times I do them during the day, but I get a lot more views when I do them in the evening. Okay. Before and after flawless face. Again, this can be you, but if you see somebody's results that just blow yours out of the water because they have rosacea or acne or whatever, and you just really love their result, feel free to use that. Just make sure, you guys, when you're doing these challenges, create wording that's going to draw people in, and use a picture that's going to make people stop their scroll. If it would not stop you, it's not going to stop them. You actually like Younique already. They're skeptical about it. So if you're not even interested in the picture, they're definitely not going to be. So you want to post like eye-grabbing or attention-grabbing pictures, okay, and videos. Other thing with your Facebook Live videos, think about the caption that's going above. You want people to click play, right? So not just get ready with me, like everybody's doing that. So think of ways that you can be more creative, even better if you can solve a problem. Today, I think I talked about let me show you how to achieve a flawless face. So it's just like things that people might be asking themselves. If you have the answer to that, post that in your live caption. Should we ask the person if we can use their pic? No, girl, never. I never ask permission. Nope, ever. I even download people's videos and use them as my own. It doesn't matter to me. This is the way I look at it, okay? You guys see all those viral videos that have like 6 million views? It's never the originator, ever. They literally see a cool video on Facebook, they save it, and then they post it on their page, and they get all these views. Now, let me rephrase that, backpedal. I don't like post them as my own, obviously. Like people know it's not me doing a video if it's not my face. But I use people's pictures all the time. This is the way I look at it. If it's on the internet and it's public and it's shareable or I can see it, it's fair game. So you don't need to give credit. When you share other people's stuff, guess what happens? It drives your audience right over to their page. And you do not want to lose your sales to people that are over there, right? You just want to keep them in your lane. Yes, it's totally you guys, Facebook now will tell you like, do you want to tag yourself? And I'll scroll and I've seen a lot of my stick foundation pictures, and it is a compliment. I'm like, yay, my face is getting people sales. Like that makes me happy, right? Like I want people. Denise said that to me. She's like, girl, I just sold 7 foundations from your face. I was like, keep doing it. Share it as often as you can. I don't need credit for any of that. Okay, so as we wrap this up, the last thing I want to cover is, just a couple of things real quick. Building relationships, you guys, that is probably one of the ones that I struggle with the most because I don't feel super genuine. I struggle with feeling like I'm building a fake relationship because I want something out of them. So if it doesn't feel genuine to you, it probably doesn't feel genuine to them either. So be careful with that. Try to find a way to genuinely connect with people. And if the timing is not right, actually, as of recently, I have started just going in right away and offering my business opportunity, which I was always told not to do, but I recently heard a training from Ray Higdon, or I heard of a training from Ray Higdon, that he kind of recommended. He said a lot of times people know that you want something and they're skeptical if a stranger messages them. So in that category, if you would like, you can use that as an opportunity message too. This is the biggest thing you don't want to do. You don't want to say things like join my team. You guys, join my team is the most self-serving sentence in existence. It pains me when I see it posted on social media. Although I used to post it because I didn't know any better. But the more you study offering the business opportunity, the more you'll realize that you don't want to use that sentence. It just has an ick factor attached to it. You want to think, people when you message them, their first thought is what's in it for me? Not what's in it for you, it's what's in it for me. So when you message somebody, you want to show them what's in it for them. So what would that look like? A message to somebody you've never talked to before, and you're going to just go straight in for the business opportunity. Hey girl, listen, I normally would not have probably messaged you, but your picture stopped me in my tracks, and I just think you're absolutely stunning. I don't even know if you're open to it at all, and if you're not, that's totally cool. But have you ever considered something that would make you some extra money on the side, if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? If so, I'd love to share a little bit more about the business I'm building in your area. Okay? It could look that simple. Like, of course, you're going to reword that, rephrase that a little bit. You guys get the concept though? Like, hey, this may not be for you at all. And normally I probably wouldn't message you right away, but I just had to because blah, blah, blah. And then you're just going to say, like, whether it's for you or not, it's totally your call, but I'd love it if you take a look. So people will ignore you. They will maybe message you back. They're probably going to be somewhat skeptical, but at least you let them know, like, straight out the gate, like, hey, you know, I'm just going to tell you where I am. And it also kind of gives you clarity of, like, their position on your friends list if you're wasting your time, you know, things like that too. Yeah, totally. So honestly, once I heard that from Ray Higdon, who has built so successfully through social media, it kind of like gave me this like sense of relief, because it felt more genuine to me than saying, hey, I see you live in Texas. Your kids are so cute. Like, that sounds creepy almost, right? Like, I've never had a conversation with you. Like, why am I looking at your kids on Facebook? Now, when you can build those relationships is if you've already been kind of like liking and commenting on their stuff. They've already kind of seen you pop up in their newsfeed. And then I also want to remind you guys not to be too scared, because I have messaged people that we've literally never had a conversation before, and they already knew who I was because I was showing up in their newsfeed, and I just didn't know it, right? So it wasn't a complete shock to them because they've seen my stuff before. So honestly, the moral of the story here is just try things out. Plan, do, review, okay? Maybe today you're going to plan to send 30 messages and really just like ask them about them. Maybe tomorrow you're going to send 20 messages and you're just going to go straight in and say, you know what, this may or may not be for you. Either way, I'm cool with it. But I'd kick myself if I didn't at least mention it. I love that phrase. I use that one a lot. I would kick myself if I didn't at least mention it. Would you be open to taking a look at what I do? I think you could be really good at it. Okay? It'd just be that simple. Yes. Okay, so that's the other thing. I literally never use the word unique unless they do. I never, ever, ever do. Why? Well, there's a lot of reasons, really. I don't want them to Google it, because there's plenty of bad stuff on Google about literally every company you can think of. So that's nothing on us. I don't want them to do their own research. I really like to keep control of the conversation. I like to guide them where I want them, like what I want them to know, what I want them to hear about. And also, I want to stay branded to me. I want them to join me. I don't want them to go to Younique's website and just pick a random person in their area to join. I really want to have that conversation with them about how I can support them in their goals in a cosmetics company on social media. So I very rarely tell them specifically what it is unless they say, wait, is this that Younique thing? Then I'll say, oh my gosh, yes, it's so much fun. You've heard of it? You know, of course I'm going to go in there with confidence. But I like to just continue to brand myself and my business opportunity and working with me and how I can, be of best service to them. Okay. I've been trying to introduce myself and say I'm a unique presenter. I never, ever, 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 ever would train that. No disrespect to anybody who has said that. I personally would never, because you're your own business. You own your own business. A unique presenter sounds so small. It sounds like you work for somebody. Like I run a cosmetics business on social media and I help empower women to do the same. That sounds tough, man. Like you want to sound like you're coming in there with confidence and you got something different than everybody else. A unique presenter, to me, it sounds like you're just one of a million, right? Like it's no big deal. Like you want something that's going to set you apart from the crowd. So, yes, I own my own online makeup business because it's mine. You don't work for anybody. If your profile says you work for Unique Corporate, we need to change that real quick because you work for you, okay? So pick up a name of your cosmetics company and change that title immediately. Okay, you guys, last but not least, lifestyle posts and why. These are pretty similar. We discussed the lifestyle post yesterday. I posted a bunch of examples. Most times you forget to introduce yourself. There's nothing, I mean, sometimes I'll say, I don't very often say it. Yeah, go love you too. You're gonna miss the prizes, but that's okay. You'll find out later. Okay, so posting your why. This is really just like dig deep, right? Try to find something that drives you. I know for me personally, my why has evolved over time. You guys, it's okay to have a why that involves making money. Like, I don't know why there's that bad stigma attached to that, but if you want to make some money, that's totally fine. We do make good money here. If you guys are willing to work hard, like you can kill it. But maybe that why is, you know, family related. Maybe it's travel related. Maybe it's a confidence thing. Just dig deep. Maybe it's helping other people find their confidence, helping other people find their worth, helping other people make money. So think about that. And, you know, don't just say like, why I joined Unique because the kit was $99 and I got all this makeup. You guys, like people will join people more than they'll join a business, right? They want to be a part of what you're doing because of why you're doing it, not because of what you're doing. Does that make sense? They want to know why you're doing it. So the more often that you can kind of bring them into that world, they're going to relate to you. Oh, yeah, you had to alter it. I know. My sister-in-law, Morgan, got in trouble today at her work because of the things she does with the Unique girls when she's supposed to be working from home. So there's that. You know, what do you do? Going to Chick-fil-A is frowned upon, apparently. But what do you do? I hope she didn't mind I said that. Okay, then the lifestyle post, kind of the same types of things, right? So a lifestyle post is what the business has allowed you to do. And sharing that lifestyle. In the summer, these are my favorite. I work by the pool every freaking day, y'all. So I tell people that. I post my office view. I post the fact that I don't have to miss out on Saturdays with my family anymore when I used to miss out on every Saturday because I was standing on my feet for 9 to 10 hours a day at the salon. So dig deep. Your why and your lifestyle posts are very similar. You want people to see themselves doing what you're doing. It's going to be the reinforcement when you send that message. If you've been planting these seeds through your timeline, then when you send that message, it sounds a lot less weird. And more than likely, they've thought about it at least once. Maybe they thought they could never do it. Maybe they thought they want to do it. Maybe they thought they wish they could do it, but they could never do it. If you are that voice telling them that they can, maybe that's the first time somebody's given them that boost of confidence. You want to be the one that does that. Because if you don't, chances are someone else will. And if someone else doesn't, that poor person is going to remain stuck for a really long time, wishing they could have done something that nobody ever believed that they could do. So just remember that when you're offering your opportunity, that you have something for people. And it's selfish not to share it with them, okay? So you guys want to hear about some prizes? Okay, I'm not going to tell you everything just because that ruins the fun. But I will tell you this. For a grand prize, you really, 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 really want to get your butt to convention because it isn't nearly as cool otherwise, okay? So, if you're watching The Bachelor. Yes, watching The Bachelor on the Zoom. Okay, so first prize, I will tell you this one because this one's fun. You guys don't have this yet, but I do. But I feel very generous. So I was thinking that one of y'all would get palette 6 before anyone else can get it. I haven't even opened it yet. It is so pretty. But you just got to get a bingo first, right? Who's close? Anybody? So I'm going to show you guys real quick. This is very difficult for me, you guys. I don't want to give it away, and it's going to come in this cute little makeup bag here. Yeah, you're getting a bingo tomorrow. Now remember the rules. Oh my gosh, I got to cover myself up here. If more than one person gets it on the same day, we'll just do a drawing. But oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so palette 6 coming your way. If a Canadian wins, oh man, I gotta pay some shipping. But hey, that's the way it works. Love you guys. Okay, so first bingo. Okay. Second, third, and fourth. Oh wait, first week, second week, and third week. I'm not gonna show you what's in here, but we just got some fun, little bundles that I put together, okay? So, got some things there. But my personal favorites are weeks 4 and the grand prize, okay? So, week 4, you guys ready? You wanna see it? Okay. Some of you, it's heavy. Some of you guys may already have this. But let me tell you, when you have a team, they're real fun to give away. But if you don't have one, I'm pretty sure people would fight over this prize. So somebody is gonna get the unique makeup trunk, the big, huge, giant makeup trunk. It fits so much makeup, it's ridiculous, okay? That's week 4. That means you've gotten at least 8 bingos, okay? Last but not least, oh my gosh, oh yeah, I don't have anything to give you, so I can't show you. Okay, so, isn't that fun? Okay, so the last prize, you guys, if you're not going to convention, it's just not gonna be that good. So you gotta get your ticket to convention. But you're gonna get, if you go to the Unique Boutique, there is a big, beautiful purple suitcase. That will be yours if you win the grand prize, along with a flight stipend up to $500 for your airfare to convention. So, if your convention ticket, obviously, if your airfare is less than that, then, obviously, I'll just pay for your ticket, okay? It's just the way it is. Your ticket is paid for to convention up to $500. But if you drive, message me and we'll figure something else out, okay? Maybe that's gonna be more like your room or something like that, okay? So we're gonna make sure that your airfare, you guys, I looked into airfare around here, it's cheap. So y'all can get there. Isn't that gonna be fun? I'm so excited! Yay! Okay, so that's one less thing off your plate, right? So you can literally earn your airfare to convention. You can room with some friends. You can probably spend like $100 on a hotel room by the time you room with friends. And then you just grab that early bird convention ticket price of $239. You guys, I want all of you there, and I want to give you all a big fat hug because it is going to be our best year yet. How do you win the big prize? This is at the end of the month. Does anybody know? It is the most bingos or spaces filled on your card. And of course, a tiebreaker or drawing for whoever has the most by the end of the month. I want to say the deadline is midnight. So it's actually 3 hours shorter than what our month. So it's midnight Eastern, right? So, yay, you don't have a bingo card, girl. It's in the group. Just download it. It's right there in the group. Yeah, so I'll more than likely do the drawing on April Fool's Day. So that'll be fun, huh? I'm so excited. Are you guys pumped? It was so funny. So Chad and I were literally discussing this tonight, and we were like, oh my gosh. He was like, well, what if somebody's not going to convention? And I was like, no. Like, they cannot possibly do this card and then not go to convention. That would be so crazy. You tell me that you're that committed to your business, but you're not going to make it to convention. Like, I don't believe you. We're going to find a way to make this happen. So, yes, I am so excited. So, flight stipend. Now, if you literally live like driving distance, then maybe you're just going to get some fun spending money for convention. So you can your meals will be covered or whatever that might look like. But if you are planning on flying. I know you Canadians, you guys got a long way to travel, so it's going to be good. So I love you guys. Thank you for making this so much fun for me, and I love the encouragement and support, and y'all have a great night. Mwah!